Hello guys, do you even know the importance of your vision? Do you know that with the help of your vision, you can perform your day-to-day activities and functions and as well value the beauty of things around you? Now in this video, we shall be discussing the physiology of vision and its importance to human existence. If you are watching my video for the first time, please kindly press the subscription button, like and share my video. And if you are a returning subscriber, I pray God bless you. I'm still there, your brother and your friend, Stephen Oluwatumininu. Now, let's talk about the physiology of vision. Physiology of vision is a complex process involving the transformation of a light into a neural signal to be communicated or transferred by the optic nerve to the brain for interpretation. Like I usually say, our eye is just like a camera. When a camera captures image, you can just take the memory from the camera and print the image that your camera has actually captured. That is how it is with the eye. And more also, I do make an illustration comparing our eyes to a car. Now, a car is built with the headlights. The car has a wire that connects the headlight to the battery, and the car has a battery. Just like our eye represents the headlights of a car. Our optic nerve represents the wire that connects the headlights to the battery, and our brain represents the battery of a car. Now, if our eye is in good condition, the optic nerve is performing perfectly, and the brain is in a good condition, definitely there will be vision. Now, light travels in a straight line. Light travels in a straight line. Now, when light is being shined into the eyes from the external environment, it first comes across the structure which is located anteriorly in front of our eyeball, which is a curved, crystalline, transparent structure called cornea, which will first bend the light, refract the light, and it further passes through the fluid which is located at the anterior chamber of the eye called aqueous humor. It's very transparent. It further allows the refraction of light to pass through the pupil. The pupil is just an aperture formed by the iris. The iris will now constrict or dilate in an attempt to regulate the intensity of light that is going to the retina. Now, as the light passes through this pupil, it gets to the lens. The lens will now properly refract this light with the process called accommodation. Now, accommodation is the ability of the eye, with the help of the suspensory ligament and the ciliary modules, to be able to project the focal point of the light on the retina in an attempt to focus at a distant or a near object. When the light now further refracts this light, it passes through the vitreous humor, which is a transparent gel-like liquid located at the posterior segment of the eye before the light gets to the retina. Now, in the retina is the light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye that contains the photoreceptors, which are the rods and the cones, that helps in what we call phototransduction, which is the transformation of a light into a neural signal to be conveyed by the optic nerve to the brain for interpretation. And this physiology of vision will be discussed under the following phases: light capture and refraction, photoreception and phototransduction, signal processing and signal transmission, central processing of visual information in the brain, integration with other systems, color and depth perception. Now, let's talk about physiology of vision. Like I said, light travels in a straight line. Now, when light is being shined into the eye from the external environment, it passes through the refractive medias, which are the cornea, the aqueous, the pupil, then the lens, then through the vitreous humor, and when it gets to the retina, which is a light-sensitive tissue located at the back of the eye. Now, in the retina, I said we have photoreceptors, which are the rods and the cones. In each eye, we have about 120 million rods and 6 million cones. Now, the rods contain a photopigment which is called rhodopsin that is used for scotopic vision, that is dark vision or night vision. Likewise, the cones also contains a photopigment which is called photopsin, which is used for bright vision or daylight vision. Now, the pigment in these photoreceptors triggers the cascade of molecular events, transform the light into a neural signal for the optic nerve to convey this information to the brain for interpretation. Now, the bipolar cells help to now transform this signal or help to connect the photoreceptors to a ganglion cells and also help to process the visual signal. Now, the amacrine cells and the horizontal cells, with the help of the axon of the ganglion cells, form the optic nerve. Now, the optic nerve pick up this neural signal, on its way conveying it to the brain. It gets to a point called optic chiasma, where the neural signal crosses to the opposite side so that the visual information from these two eyes can be well integrated. Now, from the optic chiasma, the optic tract pick up this neural signal and take it to a lateral geniculate nucleus, which is located in the thalamus. Now, the lateral geniculate nucleus pick up this neural signal and take it to a primary visual cortex, which is located in the occipital lobe of the cerebrum, where interpretation starts. Now, at the occipital lobe of the cerebrum, where the primary visual cortex is located, then there is a kind of integration with other systems, which involves pupillary reflex, visual reflex, integration with memory and cognition, color and depth perception. And like I do say, for example, if you sight a snake, your eye will pick the image of the snake, now transmit the impulse or the signal with the help of optic nerve to the brain for interpretation. On getting to the brain will now interpret what your eye has actually captured, then give you a negative of feedback that, okay, this thing is dangerous and it can harm you. Before there will be integration with other higher systems like the muscle tissue, which will contract and relax and also move the skeletal tissue. And what next? Movement. Either you will run for your life or you look for means of killing the snake. Now, this process of transforming a light into a neural signal for the optic nerve to convey it to the brain takes place through the hyperpolarization of these photoreceptors through a process known as phototransduction. Now, the physiology of vision is a complex event, honestly, that is very, very interesting. It allows us to perform our day-to-day functions, just like I've said. It allows us to value the beauty of things around us and make life very, very easy for us to live. So we should be able to value our sense of vision, value our sight, know how to properly care for our eyes, and we should be able to eat the right diet that contains the appropriate nutrient that will be of benefit to our eye, that will allow our eye to function properly so that we can continue to perform our day-to-day activities. We can continue to value the beauty of things around us, and we can as well continue to live life in a very, very easy way. Now, if you have benefited from my video, please kindly don't forget to press the subscription button, like, share, and comment on my video. Now, time won't permit us because I don't want this video to be very long. If not, we shall discuss of other things in regards to the refractive medias of the eye, the physics in the refraction correction. How do we correct refractive errors? And probably the conditions affecting our eyes or visions. Then in my subsequent video, please, for you to have more of my educative and informative video, don't forget to press Stephen Oluwatumininu on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel so that you can have access to more of my educative and informative video. Thanks for watching and God bless you.